Hello and welcome to study time at Word for Your Mother. Today we will be doing the Five of Cups. As usual, well, this is new, but it's just reading in pictures, that's all it is. I have already found them all and we will proceed. The Five of Cups, a dark, cloaked figure looking sideways at three prone cups. Two others stand upright behind him. A bridge is in the background, leading to a small keep or holding. Divinatory meanings. It is a card of loss, but something remains. Three have been taken, but two are left. It is a card of inheritance, patrimony, transmission, but not corresponding to expectations. With some interpreters, it is a card of marriage, but not without bitterness or frustration. Reversed, news, alliances, affinity, consanguinity, ancestry, return, and false projects. Oh, I forgot to get my bench. Well, that'll be alright. I can get him up here. Well, okay. When you come upon the Five of Cups in a reading, many fives indicate change, challenge, and fluctuations, lucky or unlucky. They also indicate material prosperity but spiritual poverty, if not properly balanced or understood. Many cups, three or more, indicate that conditions are felt primarily in the realm of emotion or spirit, but not necessarily as an outward manifestation. If you get the Five of Cups in your focus, the focus will be on delays, setbacks, and reassessments, mental, physical, or emotional exhaustion. You will be longing for something interesting to happen, but depressed by obstacles and in no mood for any further demands. Five of Cups in desires is you want a friend or a lover to return, or a real relationship based on tenderness and mutual enchantment. Nothing less. No facsimiles and no 8x10 glossies. When you get the Five of Cups in romance, you will seek but not find, and your heart will know that accepting a relationship that is contrary to your nature or being with someone just to satisfy the urgings of the moment would be an empty victory. The Five of Cups in the unexpected, you will be surprised by an unexpected call or meeting with an old friend or potential lover. A very positive encounter. The Five of Cups in regards to others, you will experience a letdown or disappointment, but will have an off button that will allow you to withdraw from stress rather than be hurt or emotionally overwhelmed. In the home, in regard to the home, you're in for a period of seclusion and are unavoidable family obligations. It's a bunch of suck. In regards to travel will be necessary, but you won't want to go. In regards to paperwork, you can expect delays or setbacks where papers are concerned. Nothing will be resolved, settled, or put to rest in your mind. In regards to work and career, you will be completely burned out and you will want to quit or give up. You've done enough and you don't want to do anymore. And in regards to unions, if married or involved, it will be an unhappy union, a union without love. You won't want to stick around or contend with it. Oh, this is a lot longer. I didn't know it was this long. Okay, I only read the one page and all the other ones. In regards to an emotional state, you will be feeling restless and unhappy due to setbacks, disappointments, or delays, and you won't want to put any more effort into anything. In regards to pleasure, the work that you ordinarily love to do will become an unbearable chore, and you will be frustrated in other areas as well. In regards to news, you are going to hear very depressing news, and misfortune will befall a friend or loved one, and you will hear about it. In regards to family, you and a relative or a very dear friend will soon part, and you will be very sad. In regards to the physical body, you are going to feel very tired or run down, and may also suffer from constipation and or hemorrhoids. In regards to finances, you will worry about your finances. Every penny will count now, and you will have to be more assertive or you'll lose out. You cannot give it away. In regards to time, You will try to stay as mentally or emotionally detached as possible. In regards to friends, you will be discouraged or disheartened by something a friend says or does, and you will soon end a cycle or an outgrown friendship. In regards to visitors or callers, a friend or lover will return, but you won't be glad because his/her presence, persistence, or drunken behavior will be an imposition or put you off. In regards to mail, expect a delay. That which was expected will not arrive yet, but it will soon. In regards to anxiety, you will be troubled by the actions of a friend or lover or both, and the inability to realize your desires. In regards to disappointment, you will be sick and tired of problems, obstacles, or delays, and the mere thought of having to do more or putting any more effort into anything will be more than you can bear. In regards to endings, your emotional attachment to a situation is going to end. In regards to new beginnings, you will take charge of situations and assume more control or accountability for yourself and your well-being. In regards to inheritance, you will inherit a valuable lesson. In regards to rewards and gifts, instead of asking for the payment for services, someone will offer an exchange. In regards to rewards and or gifts, instead of asking for payment for services, someone will offer an exchange. That's what it says. Okay. In regards to success, your success will come through your own ingenuity and through your ability to apply metaphysical principles to your everyday events. In regards to fortune, you will suddenly come into more money, or money will accrue, and you will have good luck in repairing or replacing damaged objects. This is the Five of Cups, right? Yeah. In regards to blessings, you will be grateful for an unexpected gift or service rendered. In regards to special guidance, if it's mundane, someone will replace or sublimate the emptiness you feel. If it's esoteric, your desire for the perfect love is in fact a crying out from your very soul to find that which fulfills and rewards you, whether there's someone around or not. In regards to the best course of action, wait until a clear direction is revealed of what you really want. If it's in regards to the outcome, in time your desire will be realized, and you will know that if someone is to return, he or she will come of their own accord. Okay, I didn't know there was that. Sorry. Okay. One more reader, and then we'll move on to the other cards. The Five of Cups is titled The Lord of Loss and Pleasure. Numerical value of 5. Worry and regret, disappointment and loss, dreams, legacies of an emotional or monetary nature, broken engagements and emotional letdowns, a need to reorder or reevaluate priorities. Reversed, a way of life is overturned. New alliances and expectations, anxieties caused by unexpected and rapid change, trouble from unexpected sources. Yeah, and then I just copied the book that I read to you a while ago. I think this is going to work out. I will just read all 3 of these first because they're all that card. Oh, I almost slapped that down on my glasses and I would have cried. Oh, my dear, my dear. Okay. Yeah. Okay, first off, this little guy is going to move over here. This is why I got the big deck. This is exactly why. For right here. The Hanson Roberts. Although two of the cups are filled, the figure wearing the cloak of mourning sees only what has spilled. You feel remorse over a severed relationship or unfulfilled. It is a card of if only. Reversed, it means a reunion is at hand. Perhaps an old friend will drop in. The outlook is hopeful. Well, I want to leave that there until I put that down and get it all over. And you can look while I'm setting up the next one, right? Right. Okay, and then I'll take this down as I set this up. This is an Oracle deck from Prisma Visions. It's just a big green box. I'm not sure it's the Cosma Visions. It lists as an Oracle deck, but it is obviously a tarot deck. And the mirror card, it says it's the Five of Cups. Loss, grief, and self-pity. A giant wave crashes into the harbor, swallowing ships in its merciless grasp. One has already sunken well below the surface, and in moments the others will soon meet a similar fate. As for the lotuses, they seem to be withstanding the forceful wave, yet beneath the surface their stalks are being tugged and ripped from the soil where they were once firmly planted in. There is no easy way to put it. This is a card of loss. The ships have no chance of surviving. The tumultuous surf and complete devastation leaves a bitter mark on the scene. This is a reminder that sometimes things are out of your control. Loss is a part of living. It is a sad fact that finds home in heartache. Grief can engulf the heart, and it opens avenues for more uncomfortable feelings to thrive. Let the grief take you, but move through it with grace, knowing that time will eventually heal and the tide will recede. Okay, and next we have the Biblical Tarot. It doesn't really say anything. I just want to show it to you. It is called the Prodigal Son. That's its title. And the upright meaning is, wait a minute, let me see this just a second. It says, after he had spent everything, there was a severe famine in the whole country, and he began to be in need. Luke 15:14, 5 of Chalices, the prodigal son, prodigal. Experiencing loss, regret, or sorrow, focusing on what has been lost, a need for acknowledgement of mistakes, feelings of grief and mourning, potential for forgiveness. Reversed, shifting the focus away from the past, learning from past mistakes, renewal of hope and forgiveness, reconciliation and rebuilding, an overcoming sorrow. Okay. And then next we go back to Prisma Visions. This one just says the visions. A boy leans over a sharp precipice, deliberately dropping 3 chalices into the river. The 2 that remain on the cliff bubble merrily, happily, to avoid the fate of their brother's dissolution. For the 3 that vexed him, it wasn't enough for him to simply pour out their contents. He had shed himself of the entire vessel before he could be rid of their cloying influence. By discarding their toxic energies, he is free to start again. Well, this is different. Letting go of familiar trappings can be a wrenching experience, but sometimes the decisive divestment is the only way to move forward. Rather than swirling in an endless whirlpool of uncertainty, it's better to shed what you know and make room for fresher, more positive energy to enter your life. Pain is an ephemeral indicator of growth. Have the courage to dictate new chapters of your life. Wow. Okay. And next we have, let me see this little guy. Yeah, he's throwing it off or 2. I'd beat his ass. That's like the Deviant Moon. In the 5 of Cups in the Deviant Moon, which I no longer have. But it's 2 people. And it's one little shitty kid throwing mom's stuff. And she's over beside him, grabbing her face in her hand, screaming, "Oh, what are you doing?" And he's tossing the shit off the balcony. Spoiled brat. Yeah. Okay, well that's my own feeling on it. And next we have the Witch's Tarot, which is a pip deck. And it's just an odd little book here. Divinatory meaning, partial loss, regret, friendship without meaning, marriage without love, imperfection, flaw. That's all I have for that one. And now we have the Mythic Tarot, which is a little bit of a read, but we'll muddle through. All right. The card of the Five of Cups portrays the aftermath of Psyche's betrayal of Eros. Her sisters have stirred her fears to such an extent that she has broken her promise to her husband and lit a lamp to see his sleeping face. Here we see Psyche standing distraught before the empty nuptial couch, bow chicka wow. The lamp in one hand, the other hand reaching in desperation toward the departing figure of Eros, which can be glimpsed disappearing behind the marble columns of their beautiful palace. In the foreground, 4 cups lie overturned, their contents spilled upon the floor. A 5th cup remains standing, still intact, beside them. That's different too. It's instead of 3 and 2, it's 4 and 1. The 5 of Cups represents that testing time in a relationship when one experiences regret over past actions. This card poses the difficult problem of betrayal, which, as part of the Suit of Cups, is presented as a necessary and potentially creative experience. Although it is painful, betrayal breaks the magical blind cocoon of being in love and totally merged with another, for to betray can sometimes mean being oneself. Psyche's betrayal is not done out of thoughtlessness or greed. It springs from her urge to know her partner, and the god is in some ways wrong to deny her this knowledge. Thus it is an honest act, provoking inevitable conflict, which nevertheless is necessary because any other action would constitute a self-betrayal. Betrayal of another's unreasonable demand or expectation is a difficult but frequent aspect of the deepening of relationship. The lover, husband, or wife who says, "Do not seek to really know me, but remain in love with the image I want you to have," will invoke betrayal, and the betrayer, like Psyche, must often suffer the consequences. But the presence of one intact cup in the image tells us that all is not lost. Something remains to build upon, and Psyche now knows who her husband is, and she knows that she loves him, not her fantasy of him. Without this rite of passage, she would have been stuck in the anxiety and resentment of the 4 of Cups. Now she suffers regret, but there is something remaining to work with. On a divinatory level, the 5 of Cups implies regret over past actions. Something has gone wrong, a betrayal has occurred, and there is sadness and remorse. Separation in a relationship can occur, but this card does not augur a final ending. Something remains which can be worked upon, and it is up to the individual to take up the challenge and make the commitment to the future. Nostradamus, this was the card that Naughty Beaver used to identify with, for anybody who ever watched him. He said that he knew it was him because of that scar on dude's forehead. Okay, the 5 of Moons, couplet. From the original quatrain, 965. Okay, I'll try to just block this out for anybody who can speak French, and I cannot. I'm going to get ready to have your ears butchered, and then I'll give you the English. Didans l'icône de luna vindra rendre. Oui, sera prince et miss in terra estrange. They will offer themselves to Luna within the quince, where they will be taken and placed in a strange land. The strange hairy figure studying his book suggests the need to examine the past in order to understand the present and its influence on the future. The tree on the left-hand page symbolizes a family tree, which may offer hope to the present members of a family through consideration of past events. These can often hold deep meaning and bring healing to those now living. The scrolls that confront and underpin the figure indicate a list of factors which, though outwardly burdensome, may yet reveal deeper significance when studied. The interpretation: there is little to enjoy about this card unless perchance it is reversed, where for once the outcome is better. For the upright meaning, the emphasis is on despair, loss, and ignorance. But under the rather bleak outer sign is a deeper meaning, for here is a turning point, a moment when the correct decision can mean everything. Reversed, the card offers hope, alliances with friends and family, and above all, illumination which breaks through the dark clouds and lets in the truth. This card asks that you heal old wounds that may have divided you from the rest of your family. Visions is on the divination is upright, is suffering, grief, loss, disempowerment, regret, and then altogether it's inheritance or deceit. Reversed, hope, alliance. Well, I don't know why they did that. Okay, upright, the inheritance and deceit goes with the upright, and reversed offers hope, alliance, family reunion, and ancestors. Okay, I'm going to leave these little bookmarks in there. That was wonderful. What a lovely idea. Why, thank you. Really, it was nothing. No, really, it was pretty quick. Okay, all right. The Enchanted Forest, and here it is the 5 of visions, and once again we have a pearl and a frog. Big lily pad. Can you see that? I hope you can. It's as close as I can get it, my dear. The 5 of Visions. I should have done that on all of them. Cursing her carelessness, a princess chases her precious golden ball down a forest path, watching helplessly as it splashes into a deep pool. Nearby, a smiling frog also watches. He knows that the story is about to change, for he is the frog prince, and the dropped ball is the ticket to his bliss. What? It's hers too, though she doesn't know it yet. All she feels is disappointment at the loss of her toy. When she plops down on a damp rock, in despair, the hero of the tale will take a froggy leap toward their future. Whatever your equivalent of the golden ball is, the help comes with strings. Whatever your equivalent of the golden ball is, don't worry too much if you've lost sight of it. The really good stories take a darker turn before the happy ending. A temporary loss or unhappiness may lead to far greater gains in the long run. Your tale isn't nearly over yet. In meaning at a glance, this card represents a temporary disappointment, a pause in happiness. Positive options remain but are delayed. In a closer look, sometimes frogs are royalty put under a spell, but you have to take their word for it. All the frogs in the Enchanted Forest can talk, so don't let that fool you. Okay. And then we have the Enchanted Tarot. Crappy card, nice read. Love has been replaced by sadness and disappointment. Will it rain forever? Puddles of rain gather at the young woman's feet. The fan, once used to cool burning passions, now serves as a shield from the mournful raindrops. Flowers droop dejectedly, and so does the disconsolate woman. Is it really the end of love? 3 hearts are broken, but 2 remain whole. There may still be hope. Love hesitates, heartbroken on the edge of despair, unable to advance or retreat. Her lover stands in the background, his gaze averted. Is he sulking, or is he indifferent? She will not face him, and knows that she must face herself to force herself to look out towards new interests. A seemingly harmonious relationship has been shattered. At the very least, there has been unkindness and loss of friendship. With a long, sad sigh, she hopes that this moment of deep emotional vulnerability will soon pass. The Awakening. This is a time of deep disappointment, but a conscious effort must be made to overcome it. You have lost love but gained inexperience. Though feeling depressed and despondent, you must be as kind to yourself as you would be to another person in a similar situation. Like the flowers that are the universal symbol of love's presence, love can and will bloom again. Okay, now this is where it gets hokey. Let me save you from this. Give me a second. This talks about burying your alright, I'm going to read it, but I suggest you write their name on it or something. This is like putting somebody's name in the freezer. Okay, get ready for the hokey poke. Pluck a rose and carry it to a garden or a patch of earth at midnight. Dig a small hole. Say these words 5 times. This is why I like this. I would just repeat this. I like the way it flows. Say these words 5 times. Grief be gone, my heart is healed, for all my sorrows buried here. Except that you're talking about the hole you're burying. Yeah, okay? Bury the rose, walk away and don't look back. I ain't killing no flower to do that. Anyway, do what you want. Do what you want. You can do blood over intent too. I used to do that. Alright, let me read it one more time. Grief be gone, my heart is healed, for all my sorrows are buried here. So you release your sorrow, you release your burden. Walk away and don't look back. Okay. And then last but not least, because it derails me, is the Thoth deck. Any little faint words? The 5 of Cups is disappointment. The 5 of Cups is number 41. It equals disappointment. Mars in Scorpio. Gibora. I know that's a letter. Gibora. The cups are arranged on the stalks of the lotus in an inverted pentagram. Love has lost its first glamour. Yeah, the honeymoon's over. Okay. I do believe that's it. Bye.